And we're on.
All right, this is the Sini-Gang with L Boogie
and Sterno Supernova.
We are back from a little hiatus.
Yeah,
a little time off. In fact, it's probably more of a hiatus for some people than others. For us, for others.
I'm not sure I get what you're saying.
I know you don't, because we were out for the last 2 weeks at least.
Yeah.
Last week was Memorial Day weekend, as we were recording this, right? And you had some stuff to do.
Yeah.
You were doing stuff.
Family stuff, yeah.
Memorial Day weekend stuff.
Right.
The weekend before that, we did Comic-Con. Was that the week before that?
Was that the week before that? I don't know.
Yeah, that was a Comic-Con, and then we were.
Oh yeah,
we just didn't have time to.
Right. Yeah.
To record after that.
Exactly.
It was a busy. It was Tidewater Comic-Con, not to be confused with San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Tidewater Comic-Con.
Big difference there. Big difference.
Over here in Virginia Beach, and we were there all weekend for that, so we didn't record for that. So that's 2 weeks for a lot of people. And the weekend before that, we recorded an episode.
Yeah.
And then the week before that, we recorded an episode. I think one of them you have a you did the YouTube thingy, right?
Yeah.
And one you didn't.
Yeah, I had some malfunctions, so now we're good.
Yeah. Well, during this little hiatus, my laptop froze up on me, and
that's never good.
Well, it did it had a big lockup, and I couldn't log in and all that, and so I had to take it to the Apple Store. I use a Mac. I took it to the Apple Store. The dude said he tried to look through it. Said there's some corruption in your root system.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna get back to that. Remind me to get back to the Apple Store dude.
Okay,
but there's some corruption in my root system.
Corruption's never good.
Yeah. And so he said there's two options. One option, he can try to get into the root system and try to dig out what was wrong with it and fix it. It would have taken him about 3 to 4 hours to do that.
All right.
Option number one. Yeah, I would have had to leave my laptop. In fact, the Apple Store here is in a mall, so I would have walked around the mall for 3 hours, or gone home and come back. I could have did that.
I can pretty much guess what the second option is, but go ahead.
Yeah, the second option is basically wipe your computer back to factory reset, which takes 10 minutes, and then restore the computer with my backup time machine backup, which I do frequently. But for some odd reason, I hadn't done it in like 2 weeks when my computer had crapped out. So basically, I lost 2 episodes that was recorded. I lost one of the episodes was the Manny Pacquiao, when we talked about the Manny Pacquiao.
Oh, you lost the Manny Pacquiao episode?
It's all right.
I know.
We didn't say anything groundbreaking. If you wanted to know what we were thinking about it, everyone knows what we thought about it. It sucked. Yeah. He lost. It was cool that it brought together Filipinos.
You're compressing an episode in like 2 minutes and making it.
I know.
Like, well, what's the point of listening to them if we can compress the episode in 2 minutes?
Yeah, the 20-second synopsis is he lost. We're upset.
It sucked.
But we had fun. Filipino parties everywhere. United the country. Haha. Congratulations, Floyd Mayweather.
Well, I don't think we said congratulations.
I said he won. I mean, a lot of people are complaining about Floyd Mayweather being like a bad winner or whatever.
I agree, he won, but
spending his money. It's like, hey, Pacquiao's building hospitals or whatever. I'm like, yo, so what? Floyd Mayweather, if you want to do whatever you want with your money, you want it.
Yeah,
it's your money. Don't complain.
Mm-hmm.
I only care about what happened in the ring. Basically, I said that episode.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that was that episode. The weekend before that, I'm trying to remember what came out of that episode. That might have been the only good thing that might have came out of that episode. I think. I'm not sure if that was that one.
We can always go back on the YouTube and look for.
Yeah, so this is, if you guys follow the YouTube, the 3 of you.
Hey, our last one got like over 30 hits, and I'm like ecstatic.
And I guess this is a good time to plug your YouTube thingy, Sterno.
Yeah, do a search for "We Are the Sini-Gang," Sini-Gang.
But I think this one might have been there. Okay. But I think this might have been the one where we talked about the difference or why Filipinos have a problem with P's and F's.
Oh,
which was a pretty good one.
that one was
That was really informative.
Yeah, that one was educational.
Yeah, something about when the Philippines was first founded. It was King Felipe, King Felipe of Spain.
Right.
Was it Spain? Yeah, Spain. They called it Las Islas Filipinas with an F. Filipinas with an F.
Right.
And Americans came over. Felipe, it was King Felipe. Well, Americans called him King Philip, which is spelled PH. So Las Islas Felipe, Filipinas, turned into the Philippines with a PH. And then there's also a thing with Baybayin having no letter F. The ancient script of the Philippines, there's only like 20 letters or something.
Wait, there's no F or there's no PH? I mean, there's no. Yes, right.
There's no F. There's no F.
Yeah, because there's Filipino.
They use P.
Like Filipino.
So that screws up stuff a lot more.
Right, that's right.
The fact that they don't have an F. So when they had it Felipe, meaning Filipinas, they're using a letter that wasn't in Baybayin, which was using a P. And basically, they just threw everything all out of whack. So that's why we say Filipino with a P, or Filipino with an F, or Filipinas with a P. Some people say Filipinas with an F.
And once again, you take out of our 30-minute podcast and compress it to like 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Well, a lot of that was a good thing about that episode.
Yeah, there was some actual education in that one.
Yeah, we go into more detail on that. Yeah. We went into more detail, read the story about it.
Right. It was impressive.
But I think if you go back to the YouTube, that one might be on there. I'm not sure. If not,
I only missed one YouTube one that we've done. I mean, there's only been one episode where I couldn't get the computer to run within a reasonable amount of time.
So that one should be up there.
Yeah.
So basically, if you've been listening to the audio podcast, we've been gone for a month. Basically.
See, I didn't even know that.
I know you didn't know that.
Actually, I've just been reviewing the YouTube when I review the show now.
So yeah, we are back. It's the summertime for us.
Yes. We're in the 90 degrees, so yeah, definitely summertime.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else last 2 weeks. Oh yeah, let me get back to the Apple Store.
Okay.
Apple Store.
I didn't know it was time for that. Okay, Apple Store guy.
I brought my laptop to the Apple Store guy. We actually had a friend. We have a friend that works there, and he kept me busy while the Mac guy was busy.
Yeah, I mean he's a good friend. We've known him for years and years. And
so the Mac guy comes and starts working on it. Says, yeah. The thing is, my laptop had crapped out the night before.
Yeah.
I was on it 11:30 at night, midnight, on the laptop. I was browsing the internet, doing lots of things, playing games, checking my Twitters, all that. And then I somehow came across some nudity.
How did this happen?
I accidentally stumbled upon some nudity.
Were you offended?
I couldn't. Everything I kept clicking, more nudity. But I actually got off of it and got back onto safe internet.
Okay.
And I think it was when I was playing the games is when the computer just locked up on me.
You're not because you're one of those sites that with a questionable stuff going on. You think?
So I bring my computer to the Apple Store the next day. Friend of ours, I was like, "Are you taking care of me?" He was like, "Nah, someone else is doing it." So the guy's coming. He boots my computer up in the safe mode, which he can read the logs. He's like, "Okay." He's like, "Okay, let me bring up the log. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens." I'm like, "Oh crap! What's he gonna see?"
Oh man!
Is he gonna see? pornceleb.com. He's gonna see what I hit. Egotastic. Oh no! I mean, I was looking over his shoulder at the log. I didn't understand half of that stuff. But I had a feeling, you'd see these big words, porn. I was crossing my fingers. I was sweating.
Was it showing about IP address, or was it maybe that?
No.
Oh, it's showing.
In fact, it wasn't even doing the internet stuff.
Okay.
It was sort of showing the background stuff of the computer. It was a bunch of programming stuff.
Okay. So
he was trying to find where it just locked up, and he actually couldn't find it. Actually, he did see something. It's like there's like a dump file that's supposed to dump all the time, temporary file that's supposed to clean out, and he noticed it's not dumping, it's not cleaning. So basically, it locked it up because it wasn't
The
cleaning.
computer's constipated.
Stuff like that. He cleaned it up. It still wasn't booting right, and that's when we ended up flashing it back.
And your computer is like relatively new. Like,
Yeah.
it's like
It's not a. It was a little thing that just kept me from logging in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it wasn't. I mean, I'm using the computer now. It's still good. It's just that one little thing got in there.
Should I have been backing up this show? Like we used to back in the day.
Nah.
Okay.
I'm gonna run a backup tonight.
You two people, you heard that. That was me asking the question.
I'm gonna run a backup tonight.
Okay.
The only reason I don't do a time machine backup all the time is I need to hook up my external hard drive.
Mm-hmm.
I need to plug it into a wall. And with my laptop, I don't always plug it into the wall or put the external hard drive in all the time. Basically, I only do that when I'm, let's say, backing up my movies. Backing up my music and backing up my movies.
Wow, you're just giving people a glimpse into your activities there. I'm surprised.
But yeah, because I have a big hard drive on the laptop anyway, so I don't need the external hard drive really.
Mm-hmm.
But you need the external hard drive for a backup for Time Machine. So I don't always plug it in, even though it takes 3 seconds. But I mean, I could be backing up now, but I think it might screw up the recording. So I don't want to risk that.
Let's not do that.
But yeah, back to the thing. I was just scared that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he saw it. Maybe it's like a Matrix thing where
he can see the code and
he
can read it.
He's like, as soon as he saw it, he's like, maybe we should just refresh it.
Oh, I see that IP address. 134.72.1.3. Oh crap. I know that one.
Yeah. See, I mean, I was looking closely. I didn't see it, but man, I was scared.
Yeah, I used to do like some minor IT work in my old job, and I used to deal with some of the big computers, and you wouldn't. Some of the stuff I found on them. So I'm sure they're used to it, but they're just like professional people. Ignore it.
Now, I had the Mac I had before this about 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah,
I brought it into the Mac store because I was doing, what was it called? I think they called it one-on-one at a time, where like one of the Apple guys would like train you on a specific program. I don't even remember what it was.
Genius people would talk to you.
Yeah, it was actually our friend. This time he was going to train me on something. I don't even remember what it was. He was training me on either what's the name of not Photoshop,
Flash,
no, Final Cut. It might have been that or something else. He was showing. I mean, I didn't learn, but it was one of these sessions where you go in and they teach you stuff. In my old laptop, he turned it on. My file folder opened up, and then all of a sudden he's like, I'm not supposed to be seeing this. I'm not supposed to be seeing this. He put his hand in front of the screen. He's like, I'm being professional. I'm not supposed to be seeing this. I'm looking. I'm like, I don't see anything. I mean, I was like, was there a folder with naked pictures in it? Because I do have those. Or maybe it was something.
Doesn't everybody?
Yeah, it could have been. I don't know what he was looking at, but he saw something. He's like, I'm being professional. I'm not seeing this. I didn't know what he was seeing.
Maybe were you doing Napster stuff or like?
Yeah, no, I was like
some
maybe
torrents?
it's something I didn't even realize. Even torrents aren't even bad. I don't know what it was, but the thing is, sometimes there's just stuff on my computer I don't even realize is bad. Maybe I don't.
I was like, what do I say to that?
I just remember that time, and so every time I bring my laptop in there, I make sure everything's hidden. Because to this day, I don't know what he was covering up on my screen.
You could ask him, I'm sure. But
he was already sort of embarrassed that he was seeing what's on my computer.
Okay.
I don't even know what it was. I don't know if it was like bad words or.
I don't think bad words would make him cover it up with his hands.
I don't know. But yeah, laptop fixed. We're good to go.
Yeah.
So Sterno, what should we talk about since we haven't been talking about anything for a month?
Sure. Let's talk about Comic-Con
Sure.
We had Boogie mentioned, we went to Tidewater Comic-Con. What was it? The 18th or something?
In May,
middle of May. And this is one of those times.
Tidewater Comic-Con in Virginia Beach.
Right. Held at the Virginia Beach, what do they call it, Convention Center. So it was it's like the second time they've done it.
Yeah, it's a fairly new thing.
Yeah.
So it's not at the level of your Wizard Worlds or your San Diego Comic Cons or even your more little ones. This one's very little,
but it's been growing steadily over. It's
only the second year, really.
Yeah, so it's gotten better, since the first one.
But only the second year, we were able to pull Wilcy Portacio,
which was awesome.
And
if you don't know who that is, he's a comic book artist and
he's
creator.
A Filipino.
Filipino, yes.
Which is important for this podcast.
Yes, I'm sorry, I didn't get to that part yet. Well, I mean, I think from the name,
he is a legendary Filipino artist. He's the dude who worked for Marvel. He worked for DC.
He was one of the founding members of the Image label.
He started a comic book company.
Yeah,
Image, which created Filipino comic characters.
Stone, yeah, and Grail.
Yeah, he created Filipino characters, and then he moved to the Philippines.
Which was unheard of, So it's a huge deal because we had no representation until he came around.
He moved to the Philippines, and he had artists in the Philippines who came up under Wilcy, who are now big in the industry, in the comic book industry. If you don't know, the comic book industry is filled with Filipinos, and a lot of them came up under Wilcy Portacio. I don't even know if you knew that.
You've told me about it.
Yeah, because some of the Filipinos today are just huge in the comic book world. I didn't know all of them came up under him until recently, but they did. I mean, he's the guy that created an X-Men character. He created a bunch of people.
Yeah.
He created Bishop. Interesting story he told us.
Yes.
The character of Bishop, who you might have seen in the movie Days of Future Past, right? The latest X-Men movie?
Yeah, he was in there.
Bishop's the dude in the beginning who comes from the future. It says, or what does he do? No, he's in the future.
Yeah, in the future scenes, he's the guy that absorbs energy. He's like the one that they send back in time to warn them if they.
Yeah, he goes back to the past and said, "Yo, you gotta fix this because the future is messed up."
Basically, he says, "Run, they're coming." So that's his job to go back in time.
Bishop. He's a black guy with jerry curls and muscular guy.
Yeah, military in the comic book.
But I'd heard a rumor. I mean, this is Wilson Portacio that created him, and some other guy. I had heard a rumor that he was originally supposed to be a Filipino character. Which Bishop was supposed to be Filipino.
Which I didn't know that. It blew my mind when I heard him actually say it. I was like, holy crap.
Well, I asked him point blank. We were talking to him. And I said, was Bishop supposed to be Filipino? And he was like, yes. Basically. What happened was they only had 2 weeks to create a character, which is almost like no time. It's like a speed thing when you're creating a comic book character.
So they're under the gun.
They were under a lot of pressure to create some character in 2 weeks, and he had a Filipino dude in mind. But word from up high, Marvel, the guys with the money and the big bosses in Marvel, phoned down to Wilcy and said, "Yo, we got to make him a black character because we need some more black characters in the Marvel universe or something along those lines." This is the short version. He had a little longer version of it, and the man likes to talk. The man had stories.
Well, he's got stuff to say.
He has a lot of stories.
Yeah, he had a lot to say. That's the thing.
But basically, he was told, "Yeah, you make the guy black," and they added jerry curls, and it was funny because originally he had like a crew cut or
something like that. Yeah,
like a military style cut.
Yeah.
But that's why Bishop was not Filipino, but he almost was.
Man, if he had been Filipino, imagine that.
I know, a major X-Men character. I mean, I'm still hanging on to Jubilee, who's Asian, or Psylocke, who's Asian. But if Bishop was Asian, that would have been something else.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Wilson Portacio was really influential in the Philippines, just in the entertainment industry, because he had a lot of friends in the entertainment industry. His best friend is the manager for Eraserheads, if you know who the Eraserheads are. They're like the biggest band in the Philippines, or were. They're sort of not together anymore. He had a little house or a little studio where everyone used to hang out, all the artists, all the actors and all that, and singers. They used to hang out at his house and talked about his big birthday party he threw and how everyone was there. And It became an entertainment mecca of the Philippines. What was the name of it?
There's a name for it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh, you should have been listening. You should have listened to what he was talking about.
I don't remember him saying the name of the place. He just said he had people over. He said
Calle 17 or.
Oh, he never said that. He just said like they had a big concert there. He said for his birthday with a big blowout.
Let me look it up while you talk.
Yeah.
So basically, talk more about him.
Yeah, basically, I mean, he was talking. I mean, we got the opportunity to talk to him like at the very first day of the Comic-Con before it really got busy because and it was kind of surprising because Boogie and I were talking to him and then he really wanted to talk about Filipino stuff because Boogie and I have both been sort of active in the Filipino community and he was really interested in being more involved and he was telling us that he's opening a studio in the Philippines and he's like he wanted to hear about our opinions and as a matter of fact I felt kind of weird because there was a line forming behind us but he really wanted to keep on going about what he was the Filipino stuff and I felt like I didn't cut him off but I was like okay I was kind of moving to the side so he realized that he had some other people that wanted to get his attention.
He knew, but he didn't care.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, I'm talking to these two Filipino guys. These are my guys.
Yeah, but I was feeling self-conscious about it because I didn't want to, be the guy. I don't like the guy. I don't want to be the guys behind the people that are chatting when everybody else is waiting.
I know, because when some of the friends like, man, this guy's talking forever.
So I didn't want to be that guy because I know how it is to be behind that guy. So yeah, but I mean, he was cool. I mean, we talked about it. Then we actually got to sit in on his panel when he discussed, a bunch of different things. It went on for a while. I mean, he did talk about what Boogie was talking about. How he had the whole studio and what else? I mean, he didn't mention the whole Bishop thing. I'm still kind of every time we talk about it, it's like, man, I still that whole Bishop thing kind of.
Yeah. So one thing he asked us was, what do you want to see in a character?
Oh, I know.
Like he wanted opinions. If he were making a new comic character, what did you want to see? Is that how he asked it? Sort of like that.
Basically he said, what do you want to see? He didn't really get a chance to elaborate as much as you just did, but yeah, that's what he was asking. And he asked you point blank, and I was like, okay, here we go, it's on. And then
he caught me off guard. I'm like, oh my gosh, you don't ask your fans. You're not supposed to do that.
Well, we were buds at that point. We've been talking for a while, like a whole 5 minutes. We had that simpatico thing going on. So I was like, okay, here it comes. And I thought you were gonna just start we were gonna start a whole barrage. And I don't remember how I got cut off, but something happened, and you ended up not being really able to say what you were.
Well, I said I'd like to see a Filipino character, but not emphasized on the fact that he's Filipino.
I actually think it would be good
something like that
to see a Filipino character that's trying to hide the fact he's Filipino, because if you're Filipino, it kind of we're minorities. If you that kind of limits that narrows down who you could be. If you're like, hey, I'm a blatantly Filipino character, like, oh, he's a Filipino guy, so he's one of these people. It would make more sense to be Filipino, but not emphasize that part, like hide it.
But that is for being Filipino. The hiya part.
Yeah.
Filipinos are known. What is it? I guess it's mahiya.
Yeah.
It's a
you're
not
like
stereotype,
you're
but
like
it's
shy, you're bashful, kind of about putting yourself out there.
Yeah, a lot of people think that's the reason why Filipino food hasn't really blown up, because it's more of a being humble kind of culture.
I wasn't talking about being humble. I was just talking about more for practical purposes. But yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, but being humble is not being out there, not saying, basically trying to hide it.
Yeah.
Not hide. Well, I don't know how to explain it, but that's what it is.
You don't want to make a big spectacle of yourself. You just do what you do and not be like.
But what would you want, Sterno?
I mean, that's what I think. I would want that, like somebody who's like.
I'm still trying to see what you're trying to say about
because for practical purposes, you want to hide your identity as much as possible. But if you got this really Filipino guy, like he would have the whole struggle about his cultural identity and putting his Filipino values and his background into what he does, but he wouldn't want to blatantly be Filipino because that's giving a clue about his identity. I think that would be interesting, because you have this whole thing, like if he accidentally says something with an accent, or if he says something that he doesn't want to give away who he is, but he's kind of.
I'm still not getting it.
I think it'll be cool if he had he's
a Superman, not trying to say he's Superman.
Like a guy that you can't see what he looks like, basically, under his costume, but maybe I don't know. Maybe not.
I still don't get it.
Because a lot of the characters that I've seen him do that are Filipino, like Stone or Grail. They're obviously Filipino. They're not like it's part of their public persona. But I'm saying having a Filipino as his private persona, but not being able to share that because of practical purposes, I think it'd be interesting. That's just me, but I mean, because it would talk about how he comes into conflict. You would explore it. I don't know. Maybe I'm not. I'm still like
no, because I still don't get it.
Okay.
Well, so you want a Filipino guy who doesn't want to tell anyone he's Filipino
as a hero? I mean, he's a very Filipino person, but hiding the.
I don't get it still.
No.
That's
okay.
like why would you even tell people you're Filipino? It's not like Bishop saying, "Yo, I'm black." Yo, black man saving the world. You're not saying that.
Well, I know that's what I'm saying, because it seems like when you're like, if you're a Filipino character, they expect you to be a blatantly Filipino.
I don't know what blatantly Filipino means. What, wearing chanelas and hitting people with the chanelas?
No, like
well, like what would you do that would say, "Hey, I'm Filipino"?
Well, like, okay, here. Let's just put it like
Walis wearing Walis around.
Okay, yeah. I'm basically like, okay, if you're Apache chief, you're obviously.
Well, that's a very bad stereotype. Well, I know. I'm putting. And everyone says, "Yo, Apache chief is a bad character."
I know. I'm saying I'm going to an extreme to make a point. I'm just saying, like, or El Dorado, where he was like, "I am Mexican and I fight with the power of the Aztecs." I'm just saying.
Yeah, these are dudes that were created like in the 70s.
I know. I'm just saying, but you could do more of.
No one does that anymore.
I know, but it'd be.
So you're saying don't do something they did in the 70s.
But be more. I mean, somebody that's.
Walis man would be cool though. The power of the Walis. So you don't want that. That's what you don't want.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't want.
Okay, so go.
You don't want Barrel Man. Come down.
We're not connecting. What do you want?
That Barrel Man coming down with his barrel, and then he'll bowl you down. He'll take the barrel off and bowl everyone down.
So he's naked. Okay.
Oh man. Yeah. See, that's what you don't want.
No.
When we're saying it sounds stupid anyways.
So what would you ask him to do besides just
I want a dude who has the power of I don't want him flying. I don't want a flying guy. No. I don't want like a Superman guy. I want more of a Batman, Filipino Batman, but not wearing the bat suit. Let's make him
like a secret agent-ish kind of guy, like gadgety and like.
Nah, let's make him more like a
Doc Savage,
more like a military guy.
Oh, okay, so totally different from my secret agency guy. Sure, I'm glad we're totally different there. Yeah. So we want a Nick Fury, but I don't know, Nick Reyes. I don't know what you want to. So you want something like that, or are you talking about like Sergeant Rock and I don't know, Sergeant Cruz? I'm trying to think of giving him some kind of power, but I don't know what kind of power would be cool. It would have to be a cool power, something like I don't know what's cool besides super strength, or I mean, I guess a lot of it's already taken. Everything's taken, but you just spin on it. Like I remember when they came out with that character for DC, Hitman, who had X-ray vision, but it wasn't like the end all and be all. He was basically a hitman with X-ray vision, which was cool. Something like that. 20 years ago. Yeah, I know. I haven't collected in a while. Okay, sorry. I don't have that many current examples to pull out. Okay, but but Wilson Portasio also talked to us a lot about bringing in a lot of the Filipino fables and and because he was talking to us about the Aswang and the Aswang, something else. He brought up something else. Oh, I forgot what the other in the panel he talked about the White Lady and which I was like, I don't know if everybody here knows what the White Lady is. So
But he was when he was talking to us, he was bringing up. He was like, "You guys know this, but
right.
other people, white people don't know this.
Like, it's crazy that the Aswang splits itself and all that stuff.
Yeah, and then the lady that comes by and eats the babies and all that.
Yeah, that's totally unique.
He wants to put that in comics, which would be like, whoa.
Mm-hmm. That would be cool.
Yeah. So he's sort of trying to do that. I'd like to see that.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'll think more about the superhero thing, but he caught me on the spot when he said, "What do you want in a superhero?" And I felt the pressure of being the guy to create the next X-Men or the next big comic book. Like, thanks a lot, Wilson Portasio.
I know. We just came by to get a signature and a little autograph.
Wanted your autograph to say hi.
Thanks for putting me on the spot. Jeez.
Oh man. But yeah, he's opening up a studio in the Philippines. He wants Philippines to blow up.
Did you find out what the name of this place?
No, I do a lot of I did a quick Google search and 1,000 things popped up. I don't have time to search through all of it to find out. But it was like it became like his little home or a little studio became a entertainment mecca in the Philippines for a few years in the 90s, because he only went there to visit for like 4 months, and he ended up staying like 2 years or something.
Did he say like 5 or 10?
Oh yeah, maybe 5 years or something.
It was an extended period. I forgot what the number was.
Yeah, and he is in love with the Philippines now. He loves what the Philippines has become, and he's very
he was
very proud of it.
Yeah, he was telling us like the story about the Wi-Fi and how everything's all computerized. I guess in the part that he's at. I mean, I haven't been to the Philippines in a long time, so I don't even know what he's talking about. Makes me want to kind of visit, see what it's like.
Yeah. But yeah, if you don't know, there's a lot of Filipinos in comics now. I mean, Lionel Francis Yu is huge in comics. He does all the Marvel stuff now. He does a lot of Incredible Hulk stuff. He does a lot of DC stuff, Batman. I mean, he's a Filipino. He's a young Filipino kid, real young kid. Who's the other dude? I mean, I mean, I think we talked about this in one of the last episodes.
You did?
Yeah, because remember, I got confused with Jerry Alingilan.
Yeah, but I didn't
AKA Comicero.
I didn't realize it was a lost episode. That's one thing. I know we talked about it. I just didn't realize that.
Yeah, and how he looked a lot like Wilson Portasio. How I thought. But it turns out Jerry Alingilan, he sort of came up on Wilson Portasio.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you heard it, but Wilson dropped his name when he was talking to us. Yeah, I mean, there's so many people who are just killing it in the comic industry. Yeah, just do your own Google search, Filipino comic artists, and do your own learning, since they could probably explain it better than me. I mean, you don't even know this stuff, and you're the comic book guy.
Yeah, but I usually stick with the big two. I'm not into independents and haven't been really involved in a while reading, I keep quoting 10-year-old and 20-year-old comic books. So, yeah.
Francis Manapool, that's another dude. Young kid who does the Flash.
Really?
Yeah, you'd probably like his stuff. Witchblade, G.I. Joe, stuff like that. A lot of people, and again, probably I don't want to say a descendant or a pupil of Wilson Portasio, but yeah, he's probably the dude that influenced it. So I mean, the dude's important. A lot of people don't know this. The dude is important, and we felt honored to meet him. It's weird though, because a lot of these Comic Cons, people don't really know the comic book artists.
Yeah,
they're there for the people dressing up and the entertainment people and all that. Right. I mean, you see it at San Diego Comic Con. Most people don't know anything about the comics.
Yeah,
but so we have this Filipino legend there, right there, and half the people, well, actually more than half the people there don't even realize it.
Yeah, he got his. I mean, he got some traffic, but he should have been mobbed. Really, people realized. So,
I'm sort of glad. I mean, that gives us more time to hang out.
I know. Yeah, for us it was good, but I'm just saying.
Yeah,
we're just not. I don't know. It wasn't the place where all the people in the know were.
No, I didn't care. I was like, yo, I know your importance, dude. Big props. I mean, that's huge for me. So that was a highlight of the year for me. Remember that on the year end episode. We'll mark that. That's in the top 10 right now. Meeting Wilcie Portasio.
Better than the other year end. Like, I don't know. It was a good year.
I mean, I also met Megan Rath, but that might have topped it by a little bit.
For different reasons.
Yeah. If you don't know her, she's on TV. She was on New Girl.
I knew her from Being Human.
Yeah, she's also on Being Human, which is why she was at this Comic-Con.
With the
sci-fi show.
With her Being Human co-stars.
Yeah.
So that was
she's hot.
Yes.
Very hot. I mean, if I was going to take a picture between Wilcie Portasio and her, I
know.
I went with a girl.
It's okay.
Again, I understand the importance of meeting Wilcie Portasio, but hey.
Yeah, you can keep those memories, but you got a picture of Megan.
I got a picture with the girl. She has a new show coming out in the fall. What's the show called? Had some guy's name in it. I don't remember. I'll be watching it. All right, let's get off of a Comic-Con thingy. What else happened in the last couple of weeks that we should talk about? Anything? Do you have anything, Sterno?
I'm trying to think of anything major that happened the last couple of weeks. I mean, not really. Do you have anything?
Yeah, Comic-Con.
Yeah, we put a pin in Comic-Con. We're moving on, right?
Yeah, I went to the App Store, had my laptop looked at.
Mm-hmm.
We had dinner at the Brazilian place, that Brazilian barbecue place.
Yeah.
What's that called? What's it?
No,
not the name of the restaurant.
The kind of
yeah. What's the name of the restaurant?
Oh
man, what's it called? Chuca Cherry. Let me look it up.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Screwing up my Brazilian.
Basically, what he's talking about is, it's the kind of restaurant where they come around with these skewers of meat, and you.
As soon as I type Brazilian, wax comes up. Brazilian wax.
I don't look at the images. Basically, they come around with skewers of meat, different kinds of meat, like different kind of chicken.
It's called
pork,
churrascaria. A lot of people know that.
Churrascaria. So we went to a nice churrascaria restaurant.
Yeah. And if you know what a churrascaria is, it's basically all you can eat meat.
Yeah. They come around and say, hey, do you want some lamb? Yeah, sure. Do you want some pork chops? Yeah, sure.
So did you like that?
I did like it. It was very good. I feel bad that I missed out on the a couple of things because
I missed out on nothing.
Yeah,
I ate everything.
Yeah, because when we go in there, when we went in there, the waitress was like, okay, you can go to the salad bar and then you can get your salad, and we're gonna start coming by with the meat. But before that actually,
30 seconds later, a dude came by with the meat,
and no one laughed. We're like, oh, it started. We can't get up now. And so he came in with lamb, and we're like, okay, it's the lamb.
Yeah, it's like we got one little lamb piece. I was like, okay, that's cool. Little piece, that's it. Just that little piece. The dude's stingy. Give me a little piece of lamb. I know you thought that too.
No, I knew. I knew it was gonna be like a whole. You can. I thought of it like more like tapas or dim sum. Like you get a little bit. But in the end, you end up with a lot. So I'm not. Yeah. I wasn't worried. That's what I'm trying to get to.
Yeah, because my little lamb chop, I ate in 10 seconds. I'm like, okay, I'm done.
Tasted good.
Yeah,
that was good. Now what's next?
Then they started coming like crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
nonstop.
With the restaurant, you have this coaster. Red means I'm not really interested in more. Green means come on, give me some more meat.
Yeah, that's common in a churrascaria restaurant.
So. I turn mine over to red every now and then, but I don't think you ever turn yours to red. I think yours was green the entire time.
Yes, until the end.
Yeah.
When I said I'm done, I tapped out.
Yeah, I mean it's a never-ending tide of meat.
Hey, look, we spent $40-some on that meal. I'm getting $40-some of meat in my body.
I'm in total agreement. I eat as much meat as I can deal with. I actually went a little bit beyond what I was supposed to do, but
I said, screw the salad, salad ain't worth $40.
Yeah, like you're a big salad guy to begin with.
I normally at a restaurant like that, I do get a salad.
Okay.
But and I wanted, they had tortilla soup on the salad bar, right? And you know I love me some tortillas and lobster bisque.
There was lobster bisque.
And you know I love lobster bisque.
Yeah.
You know I love some lobster bisque.
People were using that as like a condiment.
I know that was a dip. They were getting that to dip their meat.
I'm like, I was like, that's wrong, but it's kind of genius at the same time. I'm like, okay.
But yeah, if I'm spending all that money on a meal, I am making my money's worth, because I can't be spending that kind of money on meals all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, it wasn't like I was on a date. If I was on a date, it was
that's
a different story. I would have eaten less if I was on a date. I would have eaten a salad.
Yeah.
Because that thinking, I'm paying $50 for the date.
Yeah, which is fine.
Not this time. This time we're there for a big group. I'm spending $50 on me.
Yep.
Which means, $50 of meat's getting in my body. So yeah, that was cool.
You think you're gonna go back there anytime soon?
Yeah. Not unless I'm with a girl who wants to go. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm with you there too. I mean, I like the experience. I like the place, but it's not an every day or maybe even every 6 months thing for me. It's whenever the occasion arises.
Hey, I tried to get us all there during restaurant week when it was cheaper.
I know. I was with you.
And everyone was like, "Oh, we can't get our schedules together." I'm like, screw that, you guys. I'm done.
I remember.
Yeah.
I was on board. I just, it wasn't just going to be you and me going there. I mean,
yeah, we weren't just going to do just the two of us.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah. Let's do a Tagalog word of the day.
Okay. This is the part of the show. Late. Okay. This is the part of the show where we educate our listeners on the Filipino language. Neither Boogie nor I are actual native speakers of Filipino Tagalog. So if we get some aspect of the word incorrect, like the pronunciation or some emphasis or some other connotation relating to the word, please feel free to let us know. But keep in mind that this is really more of a, just a friendly thing to promote our culture, our language, and the love of our people and our I guess our motherland. So, Boogie, do you have a word?
I don't know. I'm looking for one right now.
Okay.
How about you?
It takes me a lot to concentrate on saying that whole spiel, but
do you want to use Have you ever you know what that word is? Let's use that in a sentence then.
I've been using it in a sentence since we started doing.
Merong ikaw ang comic books?
Maraming comic books ako. Means if you haven't guessed it, that means yes.
Yes. It's easy to spell also. It's spelled like it sounds. Okay.
Yeah. Which you would think would be ooh, but
it's not ooh, it's
yeah. So let's make our
word of the day. No consonants in that word. Look at that.
That's a really astute observation there. No consonants.
You can also use that when you don't understand what people are saying. Just nod your head and say every now and then.
That's one strategy, and it could get you in trouble though. Do that at your own risk. I don't know.
All right. I think we're done for now.
Sure.
Make sure you visit our website, www.sini-gang.com.
Or email us at thesinigang@gmail.com.
Follow us on Twitter at The Sini-Gang.
Find us on Facebook on facebook.com/thesinigang. Or look for us on YouTube. Do a search for We Are The Sini-Gang, one word. So until next time, this is Sterno Supernova.
And this is El Boogie the Elemental One saying thanks for listening and
sige na. Are we good?
Yep.
Okay. Thanks for watching. Tune back for the next episode. Take care.
I'm backing this episode now.
Okay.
Backing it up now.
Back that sucker up. Do it. Do it. Later.